Hey everybody, it's Andrew Mitchem here at the Forex Trading Coach with the Trade Zone session number 6. Awesome to be here. Nice to be here live. And thank you very much to Eightcap for putting on this event and for asking me to be their guest trading analyst for the month of March. So this is session number 6. 5 have already been held, and you can watch all the recordings of those if you wish to on YouTube. And there are 4 more to come next Monday, Wednesday, and then the following Monday and Wednesday. So then we're suddenly at the end of another month. If you are on here live, please come through with some questions. It'd be great to see you ask questions on these sessions. Anything you like trading-wise, any chart you'd like me to look at, please come in on the comments tab, and I'll do my best to answer those questions live for you on here now. So over the next 20-25 minutes, I want to cover a few trades that I've taken today. I want to cover 3 trades that I've taken on the daily charts that are currently in the market. They were taken 8 hours ago, which was the 5 p.m. New York change of day. So I want to cover those with you. They're a buy trade on the Australian yen, a sell trade on the pound Canadian, and a buy trade on the US 500 index. I'll also want to cover 4 12-hour chart trades that I took yesterday, posted on my forum site for my clients, and they were all yen related. They're 12-hour charts, so slightly shorter time frame, but I want to cover those on the US yen, the Australian yen, the Euro yen, and the Canadian yen. So I want to cover those, and also talk about, when you trade or see multiple trades setting up that are all highly correlated to one currency, and how you can trade those so that you're reducing your risk. Plus, we'll update the weekly chart trades that were taken this week. If you've been following those since Monday on the last session, you will see that they have done incredibly well, and we've made some really good profit out of those trades. And then lastly, we'll cover the monthly chart trades that I've been talking about since session number 2, I think it was, at the beginning of this month, since Wednesday the 1st. And give you a progress update on those. So that's the agenda for the next 20 to 25 minutes. As mentioned, come through with comments and questions if you'd like me to answer anything for you. So let's start with the daily chart trades. My first trade that I've taken today is a buy trade here on the Australian Japanese yen. So my software's shown this as an engulfing candle, just what this yellow arrow means to me. They all have different sizes that mean sort of different things. But this is a reversal trade for me. It's a bounce off the bottom Bollinger Band here. And with the Australian yen, I'm also looking at why we should now be buying against this previous downtrend. So for a reversal trade, we always need to see a prior downtrend, but then I want to see a reason why it might be stalling and then changing direction, as in reversing. So what we had down here on, this is the candle from Monday, we had this really nice, long, complete indecision candle here, which went down through the 88 level. Always look to the right-hand side of your charts for the levels. But this broke 88, went slightly further down, and then rejected that level and came all the way back up and closed very close to its open. But it was still slightly bearish for the day. Now, this level down here, within reason, forms quite a strong support with this area, this area, this area, and now again here. Now, this is daily charts. This is going back to the end of last year. This is the beginning of this year. So we haven't quite made a new low for 2023, but we got really close. We tested that level again here in the 19th of January, and now again here on the 13th of March, we tested that level again. So now we have a reason why we might be seeing a bounce. So first point, yep, happy with that. It's off the bottom Bollinger Band area, and this is the engulfing candle which closed on Tuesday, meaning that the body of the completed daily candle engulfed the body of the previous candle. So that to me tells me that the price is heading back up, and now it's a reason there to start looking for potential buy trades. So that's all good. What else do I see? I see a trend line break. If we draw a trend line down through here from these highs, we have broken that trend line. We also have our stochastics very low, oversold, and starting to rise. So all these things now are starting to paint a picture of quite a good reversal trade for me. I also look at this, and my profit target is up here at my resistance 3 level. So what do I see about that that's good? Well, firstly, I see that that level is just below the 91 level here. So the 91 price level, I'm getting out of this trade below the round number. I don't ever want to have my profit target at, say, 91.0567, anywhere like that. That will be crazy. You always need to, on a buy trade, ensure that your profit target is below that round number. And because my profit target is already going to be at R3 for the day, which is at 98, I'm bringing that down by a few pips to allow for spread, etc. And it may not get to exactly 91. Just bring it down a tiny bit here, and then getting out at around 90.95 on that trade. It also means I'm out before the middle Bollinger Band, which can act as a resistance area, because that is also the 20-period moving average. So I take 2 trades. I take a market order, and I'm in straight away at the market with a very small stop down below my pivot point here, which so my stop loss on that particular trade is around 30 pips, and my profit target up here is about 130 pips, give or take. So you can instantly tell from there, 30 divided by 100 or 120 divided by 30, to make it easy, is a 4-to-1. So I'm over that. So I have more than a 4-to-1 reward to risk on my market order. So already we have a huge reward to risk there. I also take a limit order at the pivot point, and you can see today the price has retraced beautifully down to this pivot point here, and now that is also heading up. So the pivot point entry trade here is up about 53 pips, and my stop loss is down here for about 36 pips, I think, on that trade, depending. I just need to get the exact level. I think I was at 89.13. So about 33, 34 pips. I'm already up, getting close on 60. So I'm getting towards a 2-to-1 reward to risk already. We haven't really gone anywhere. What we do have, though, is the price right now is at 90. So potentially we could get some stalling around this area, as it was also quite a strong resistance level from Tuesday as well. But for my analysis here, if we can break through this 90, then there's no reason we shouldn't head up towards that 90.95 area. So let's come back on Monday and see how that trade has gone. By the way, all my daily chart trades, or shorter time frame than that, so daily 12, 8, 6, 4, etc., I would always have them closed before the weekend. So that's my first trade, Australian yen buy trade for today, based off the daily charts. My second trade that I've taken today, also based off the daily charts, is a sell trade on the pound Canadian dollar. Again, these are reversals. So you'd have seen me talk at the beginning of the week on some of the monthly chart trades are pretty much all continuation patterns. They are my preferred way of trading, because I'm trading with a trend after a pullback. The daily charts for today just happen to be reversal trades, slightly higher risk. If they work, they look pretty cool. They look, they look really impressive, but they are trading against the trend. You'll notice back here, there was an outside bar back on the 20th of January here, which after this uptrend, the price pulled away and we took profit on that one. We're kind of looking for something similar here. It's not quite such a strong pattern, but we do have a similar kind of setup here with the very strong uptrend. 1, 2, 3 strong candles in a row, the gap up on Monday, and then still a very strong close on Monday. Now, this over here was the high for the year, because if you go back to these highs, this is back in 2022. So this candle here on the 20th of January was the high of the year. We've then broken it and broken it again. And on Monday, we formed the new high for this year so far. But then that candle closed, forming a hangman pattern. And then we had a turnover and a bearish day yesterday on Tuesday. So it's off the upper Bollinger Band. I'm now looking, or I've got both positions in. I've got my market order in, which is pretty much a break even right now. And my limit order up here just below the pivot point has been filled. And notice that the pivot point is pretty much a little bit hard to see this level in here. I think that's around about 166.52, I think, from 52.53 in there. So I'm entering below that level. I don't want to enter at 166.52. because the price may not get above that 50 level, that round number, psychological level again. So I've entered at 48, and the high of this candle is exactly at 166.48. So already this trade is up at around 18 pips, and stop loss is in around here about 36 pips. But I'm looking for the profit target to be down here at my support 3, just above the 165 area. My market order obviously is in, because in the market there's a very small stop loss in here of 24 pips, and that has a profit target in here of about 120 pips. So again, you work that out, 120 divided by, I think I said 25 there. You know, that's getting close on a 5-to-1 trade, 4.5 to 5 reward to risk, if it now continues to fall and gets to my profit target. So you can see these trades have high reward to risk. 2 positions. Personally, I split my 0.5% total risk into 2 positions. One at the market with 0.25% risk, another part at a retracement entry, which sometimes fills, sometimes does not. Both the trades so far today, as you can see, have been filled. And so I have a total risk of 0.5% and an average reward to risk if both positions get filled and both hit the profit target of around 3. Today may be closer to a 4-to-1 reward to risk. So really high reward to risk there. 0.5% gain could be as much as a 2% reward or profit per trade. So you can see how you can keep your risk low and controlled, yet your profitable trades, if they are full profit trades, you then have very large gains out of your trades. So that's, to me, is one of the keys of successful trading. Anything else we can see here? Well, there's a kind of a rejection up here of that 167 in here, and profit targets nowhere near any sort of swing low. It's nowhere near the middle Bollinger Band, and our stochastics are high and have started to fall. So that's trade number 2. The third and last trade on the daily charts for today is on the S&P 500. And great thing is with Eightcap is they offer so many markets, especially on MT5. You've got the built-in different time frames, which make life a lot easier as well. Gives you a lot more options of different time frame charts to trade as well. But I love it with the options that you have here on Eightcap. You've got obviously all your main Forex and major and minor Forex pairs. You've got all your commodities, your metals, and not just say gold against the US. It's gold against the euro, gold against the Aussie there, gold against the pound, gold against the yen. So you've got lots of options there. As a technical trader, I love this, because not everything should be against the US dollar. You know, if you have only gold against the US and silver against the US, it's quite limiting. But I can now go and look at what gold against the pound's doing here, or silver against the yen. So as a technical trader, I'm not so worried about what it is I'm trading. I'm looking at the actual quality of the setup technically. And if it happens to be on something like silver against the yen, fantastic. That's what I would trade. You got lots of cryptos on here. So I'll look at all these cryptos. I mean, huge number of cryptos that Eightcap offer here. And then you got, again, stocks. I mean, this is enormous. I don't personally trade the stocks so much because they tend to not move so much and they have some quite large gaps. But everything else on here, personally, I do. And then you get your indices, which is where I've taken the S&P 500 from today, the majors and minors. So lots and lots of really good options. Again, as a technical trader, this is fantastic to me because we've got lots of markets to trade. So let's have a look back at the setup here. Let me just refresh the screen and try and tidy these stochastics up. There we go. That's slightly better. On here, this is my trade for today. I've seen on the NASDAQ a strong bullish engulfing candle here off the bottom Bollinger Band with the prior indecision and exhaustion on Tuesday. I've mentioned on previous sessions here that I personally look for like a U-shape here as a buy trade, which is exactly what we've seen. That means we've had a downtrend, an exhaustion candle, and now confirmation of change in direction. I also today have got a really nice positive divergence signal, which means that the stochastics are getting, the lows in the stochastics are getting higher as the lows in the price at the same time have got lower. So that to me aids my reversal signal. This market has not moved a great deal, which is to be expected. We're only just, sort of through the Asian session today. This clearly would move more into the European and then more so again into the US session, being the American S&P 500 here. And the other thing that I love about this trade is my profit target here is below that big level of 4,000. So my profit target at R3 is at around 3,990, just below that level, again to allow a little bit of margin there for the spread. And that also gives me a really good reward to risk. If this trade gets stopped out, my stop loss is in here. Let's call that, say, 20 pips or 200, whichever way you want to call it. 20. I'm going to call it 20 pips for easier numbers there, and profit target around 65. So really good reward to risk over a 3-to-1 trade there. My limit order, if my limit order gets filled, has a stop loss of about 23 pips and a profit target of about almost 80. Again, good high reward to risk. Any questions about those three? If you do have any questions and you're on the session live, type in. If you're watching the recording, you can type in questions on YouTube and we will come back and answer those for you. So that's my three trades there on today's daily charts. Just want to jump down to a slightly shorter time frame while we're on these charts here, and then we can come back and have a look at the existing weeklies and dailies that I've covered on previous sessions. But I just want to cover four trades here as mentioned at the beginning. The first trade is on the US yen in here, and that was taken on the 12-hour chart yesterday, my time. So this is at 5 a.m. New York time, and this was a reversal trade in sorry, let's get this one loaded up. That's not loaded there. 10, 13. I'm just missing. I might come back to this one. Sorry, that's why. If I got the right time frame, that would help. There's something looked a bit odd there, and there was. I had it wrong. I didn't have the 12-hour chart up. Apologies for that. This is better. This is what I was looking for. It was this setup here. So I took 4 trades on the yen pairs, the US yen, Aussie yen, Euro yen, Canadian yen. So the only one that's still open is the US yen. And it was the buy trade here on this bullish candle yesterday. We had the big uptrend, the pullback, the indecision candle, the engulfing bar, stochastics low, trendline break from the recent trend off the bottom Bollinger Band. Had a beautiful retracement entry, and I still have this trade open myself. It's not quite at the profit target, but as you can see there, it's in really good profit. That's the first one. The second is on the Aussie yen, which we've already looked at today on the daily chart. And this is the beauty of scanning through different time frame charts. You'll see, as a technical trader, similar setups on different time frame charts. So here we have the Aussie yen. This trade retraced beautifully to my entry level, and within one candle, it hit my profit. Notice up here, big round number of 90. My profit target was just below that. It was 89.97. And so I got out of that trade for full profit. Had a lovely, perfect retracement in here. My stop loss was below the round number of 89. So in here, I got out in there for about 87 pips, and my stop loss was in here of 27. So 87, 27, well, 90 divided by 30 is very close. 3-to-1 reward to risk trade there. So really good trade. Retrace in the first bar, hit the profit in the first bar without needing to go through 90. So really important that you look for these round numbers, especially if you trade shorter time frame charts. They become more and more important. The Euro yen, another trade, beautiful trade. This was only a market order. It did not retrace to my limit order. And ignore this pivot point. If you're worried about me here trading into the pivot point, this pivot point is for today. This candle here had a different pivot point yesterday. But this setup was really nice. Positive divergence here with the stochastics getting slightly higher as the lows in the price got lower. Lovely big long extended pin bar here. Came all the way back up. tested a low again, closed very strongly, and profit target was hit within one candle. Again, good reward to risk on that trade. And the last 12-hour chart trade that I took was on the, let me just find it, Canadian yen. I may have just gone past it. Let me just find that one for you. There we go. It's going the wrong way. Canadian yen is in here. And that setup is coming on the screen right now. There it is there. Lovely retracement entry in here. My entry level was above 97.50. Again, be careful around numbers. And the candle went up here and hit my profit target below 98.50. So great entry and out in and around there for 97 pips. Stop loss was just down here for 28. Again, reward to risk was very, very good. Just over a 3-to-1 on that trade. So those trades were all mentioned there. And just to let me just bring up something on my forum site here. I just want to show you this. I'll have it here in a couple seconds. Just want to share this with you on here. So this is on my Forex Trading Coach forum site in here. Let me share that with you in here. Here we go. So I took these in real time. You can see them shown on here. Aussie yen posted in real time. These are not hindsight. Euro yen, you can see my entry and exit levels in there. This is the US yen, and lastly Canadian yen. So there they are, all posted in real time, which is what we do. We're not hindsight traders. We're real-time traders, and we took those trades, mentioned them, talked about them, posted them, profited from them. So it's that's what we do. So weekly charts. Quick scan through these. Great week this week for weekly charts. So if you haven't listened to my Monday session, you'll have seen me talk about why I've taken the trades. I'm just going to scan through these real quickly. I took a sell trade on the Singapore yen, and that's already hit its profit target, despite it's come back up here and it's now bullish. It doesn't matter because I've got the entry level. I hit the profit target, and where it goes now, I frankly don't care because I'm not in the trade. I've profited from the trade. So that's the first one. The next one, also profitable on the Mexican yen. Again, if you want to see why I took the trades, go and have a look at the Monday session. But Mexican yen here took the trade. It's hit profit already. I had a Swedish krona yen. That not on Eightcap, but Swedish krona yen was another one that I took. We have the US Mexican in here. And again, great retracement entry, and it's gone and hit the full profit target. It's out, banked the profit, and now where the trade goes right now doesn't really matter because we've taken full profit on that one. I also had a pound Mexican as well. But this, as an example, this US Mexican here made a 3.8-to-1 reward to risk. So if you put half of 1% on that trade, which is my personal level, you can trade more, you can trade less, trade what you want. But my personal level per trade is half of 1%. Half of 1% on here means on this one trade, which took me like 20 seconds to place, if that, made a 1.9% account gain on my account. It's pretty impressive when you think you can make this on a, 20 seconds worth of work for 1.9% account gain. Of course, you need to know what you're looking for first, but once you identify that, you see the trade, place the trade, leave it alone, and you got your controlled risk, and that if the trade's profitable, you're going to get some really good high rewards risk out of the trade. The final ones before we finish here, we'll just cover a couple of these monthly chart trades. US Danish krona. And again, if you want to see me talk about these setups, have a look at the first session, which was Wednesday, the 1st of March. And I've covered them on every session. But the Wednesday session, I went into detail of why I took these trades. This US Danish krona has retraced beautifully to my entry level. The trade's now in the market and going, well, pretty much at break even, but it's, I'm anticipating this will now push back up. The US yen we've just looked at on the 12-hour, but let me see if I can get back to that one again. And find that one. Where are we? US yen, there it is. So US yen on the monthly. Oh yeah, let's tidy these stochastics up here a minute. Put a new template on. That's better. So US yen has retraced beautifully. That is now in profit. That's going really well. I've had the US dollar index as well, which we have on here. USDX, that again has retraced. That's pretty much at break even right now. The US Danish kroner is another one. In here, that's retraced really nicely. It's now going in the right direction. The US Chinese yuan, which is here, that's retraced and that's now in profit. Since we had our catch up on Monday, I've also had the Euro US, which is here. That's retraced. Remember, I put this level on here on Monday's session. That's retraced. It's slight negative at the moment, but it's retraced. And I'd anticipate with all these highs over here, that's likely to hold and then start to head in the right direction. The Euro Hong Kong is there. That's done the same. That's retraced. I'm now looking for that to fall. And the last one is on silver. And sorry, I skipped through these weeklies and monthlies a little bit quick, but as mentioned, you can go and see the full explanation on previous sessions. This silver trade has also retraced to my entry level just below the 22 level there, and that now is anticipating it's now going to fall away again. So that's the session for today. Hope you've enjoyed being here. I hope you enjoyed looking at these trades, and as mentioned, any questions, please do ask. So it's 3 daily chart trades today, which are in the market right now. 4 12-hour charts from yesterday, which I've finished and profited from. The weeklies are either all hit their profit or still in good profit and open. And the monthlies, some are in profit, some are break even, some are slightly at a loss. But being a monthly, you've got to give them more time. So make sure you get to watch the recordings. This is session number 5. Make sure you also cover have what's happening on the Eightcap website here on the client portal. Their economic calendar is fantastic. You can click on all of these, see the news events in your local time zone. Defaults to the next session on here each day as well. Tons of information to go through on here. You can select which currency or which asset the news is likely to affect, all those type of things. Really worth having a good look through here. Previous history of each event as well. So even for me as a technical trader, I still like to see what's happening here. But if you're a technical trader, then a fundamental trader, and of course this is even more important. So make sure you do that. Eightcap will just put that link in the comments tab as well for you to click on to. And look forward to seeing you again on Monday, which will be the 20th. So we'll be back here on Monday the 20th, again on Wednesday the 22nd, Monday the 27th, and Wednesday the 29th. 4 more sessions to go. Thanks again for being here, and I look forward to catching up with you on Monday. Bye for now.